Hello everyone, I am Dr. Krishna Chaitanya, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology. Today's topic is CSS Properties from the course Web Systems Engineering. Completion of this topic, learners will be able to make use of CSS properties for formatting web pages. In previous class, we discussed types of CSS. In this video, we'll discuss about types of CSS properties. Cascading Style Sheets Properties. CSS Properties helps styles and layout web pages, making them visually appealing and user-friendly. So we have different types of properties out there, CSS properties. Some of them text properties, font properties, list properties, border properties, background properties, background image properties, display properties. We'll discuss in detail one by one. First, we discuss about text properties. Text properties. So some of them are we change the color by using text property of particular text color. Sets the color of text. We can change the color by using the keyboard. Directly, we can write blue in CSS in internal style sheet. For example, we have H1 element. So for this, we can apply color blue. So we change the color to blue color. Text color it renders in display in browser blue color. So as well as we can use hexadecimal for value and RGB colors. Next we have the property line height. So line between lines, how much height you need, that we can specify line height. Next, line spacing. Increase or decrease the spaces between characters. Character between how much space you need, that you can specify the length. Next we have text align. Way to display in the browser either in left, right, or center, or justify. How to display your content attractively based on your requirement, that we can display using text align. Next, text decoration. So it adds decoration to text. None, underline, overline, or line through. So you can add the different values based on your requirement. So we can use underline for underlining of the text, which is important. We can underline it. So by using text decoration. Next we have text indent. How much tab space you need from a border to text, so that you can specify the length, or in percentage you can specify it, or number of pixels you can specify it. Next, text transform. So what are we given the text in that element? We want to display in the different right format, right in capitalize, uppercase, lowercase. Which we want to do? We can display the text. So these are the some of the text properties. We discuss with a simple example in understand how to use the text properties. Open the VS Code. Yeah. Open the HTML file. You have HTML5 version. So here, give the title CSS properties, right? And body section, use the class or ID attributes for identifying that element. Use the H2 element, for example. You're giving here CSS properties, right? So this is save the file and open this in a browser. It displays the text in normal. You want to change the style of this text, then use that just we are giving here class name. Class is equal to T1, for example, and write the CSS internal style sheet, STYL style and add here for T1 class. Right, now we can add the properties, right, for T1. So we can use here H2 or otherwise class name as T1, right? So dot T1. For this we are giving the properties text line. For example, we are displaying in the center text property. Otherwise, you can use align, right, left, or right justify. Next, we can use text transform. You want to display the text in uppercase letter, then use the capitalize. Okay, you want to give text some indent from tab space. You need 10 pixels. You need, then you can specify 10 pixels. So just save the file. So to know what we have done, just we see the in browser. We can render it. So open the folder. Examples. CSS. So this one, that is text is displayed in center. Tab, okay, align center. Now you suppose, right, you want to give the color of some blue color, right? Blue. Just save the file. Just do refresh, right? So it will change. So capitalize. You need all capitals, uppercase. Just save the file and do refresh. Right? CSS property. So it displayed in center, transformed into uppercase, and if you the color is given. Suppose you want to give tab space, then remove this. Suppose create one more right? Paragraph. This is a paragraph. Save the file. You want to give the tab space for this. Then you have to use right style, right, for p tag. We can assign it p tag, right? Text indent 10 pixels. You can specify it. Just save the file. Right? So 10 pixel space. It will right. It provide. Okay. So like this, we can use text properties. In detail, we discuss remaining properties, right? So as well as we can decorate, we can underline it, we can give the letter spacing, letter heights also. Just we'll see that letter spacing an example, right? Suppose in a peak tag, we have to give the letter spacing, right? Letter spacing. So 1 pixels or 2 pixels from each character. Then you can specify it, letter spacing. And suppose you want to underline that as well as, right, letter decoration, right, text decoration. So text decoration we are giving underline. Okay? Just save the file. So character is given 2 pixel size and it is underlined and it is indented 10 pixels. So like this we can use text properties, right? And each paragraph, suppose each line you want to give space, then you can specify text height. You can specify here text right, line height, right. So to 10 pixels you can specify here and do refresh. So it is a line, okay. So they given here 50. The size you give here 50 pixels. Save the file. Right. So line to line, space between. So it gives 50 pixels. Okay. So like this, we can use text properties. Next, we move to the font properties. So font properties. So it sets all the font properties in one declaration, right? So we have different values of their font. So font style, font variant, font weight, font size or line height, font family, caption, icon, menu, message box, small caption. These all the properties we can apply. Some of them you'll see. One is font family. You can change the font family name like Arial or sans serif. And then we can change the font family with font family property. Next, font size. You can increase the font size based on your requirement. You can specify X small, medium, large, XX small, or otherwise you can specify the pixel size. Next, we have font style. Specify the font style for text. So we can give italic, or oblique, inherit, otherwise normal. And we can also change the font variant. So we can display all the characters in small caps. Otherwise, you can display in normal. The font variant, colon, small caps that we can write. Font weight. So we can display that text in font bold, bolder, lighter in different ways. So we can change the font of a text by using font properties. Right. Next we have list properties. So we have list style. We can change the list type. So already we discussed different types of list: order list, unordered list, definition list, description list. Okay, so we can change that styles also. We can add our own images, or we can add some symbols. So for that, we can use the list style image. We can want to add the image for your list. Then we can use. You have to specify the URL. If no need of any list item before item anything, just give none. So next we have list style position. Specify where to list item marker: inside, outside, inherit. So where you have to, so inside or outside, where you have to display that list item before that symbol, where you have to display. List style type. So you can use the list style type: disk, circle, square. That is under unordered list. Already we discussed, right? Otherwise you can use upper Roman, otherwise lower alpha. Okay. So whichever you like, you can specify it by using list properties. Next we have border properties. So we want to draw the border for the text. We can use the border properties. So you have to specify the different colors for the border. Then also we can use border properties. So border sets all the border properties in one declaration. So we can specify by using single property, all different properties we can apply, right? All these properties, right, by using single property border. Otherwise you can use separately. So we have different border values, border width. We can specify border style and border color. So we can use these different values for border property. So border bottom. Suppose we need for only for border different color, different width. Then you have to use border bottom. Right? We can apply the border color, different color. Right? Border bottom style. You can specify the style for the border. Next width also you can specify border color. So border color we can use RGB colors or hexadecimal values, or you can type the text which type of color you need. In words we can specify it, as well as for bottom, left, top, right. For all the borders you can specify the style, width, and color. And next we have border style. So sets the type of style of four borders: hidden, dotted, dash. Suppose you need a dotted line for that border, then you can use dotted. Suppose you need the solid, then specify border style is border type style is right, border column solid red color. So we can specify it. And width also you can specify 2 pixels, for example, 2 pixels solid red color. So like this you can specify, right, border. For example, H1 element, right? So you can specify it. Okay. So that about border attributes, border properties. Next we have background image properties. So we want to add the background for your web page. Then you have to use background properties. So one of them, in that we can add background color. Uh, we can add a background color for the entire web page. So we can use background color, background image. So we want to add the background image for web page. Then you have to use background image column URL. We have to specify the path of that image. Okay. Next, background repeat. So we want to repeat that background in x-axis and y-axis. Then we can use background repeat. If no need of repetition, then specify the values no repeat. So we want to repeat in x only, x-axis only. Then background no repeat hyphen x. Repeat hyphen x. Like this you can use. Suppose y-axis repeat minus option hyphen y. So like this we can use background repeat. Either you have to repeat the background image or not. Next, background position, where you have to display the image, top, left corner, left, right, or center, where you have to display that you have to specify the value. Next, background size. It specifies the background image size. So background size cover, it covers the entire web page, auto, contain. So you can specify the size of the background image also by using the attribute property. Next, background attachment. Whether you have to scroll or you have to scroll with along with the text, or you have to fix that image along with your web page. Then you have to use the fixed or scroll. Suppose you want to move it along with the text, then you have to specify background attachment called scroll. Scroll. That is the way. So like this, we can use background image properties. Right. Next, display properties. Very important. Display properties. The display property specifies the display behavior of an element. How to display the content, right? That is use display properties. Display colon none. So nothing in the display. Actually, what your text is there, the display as it is. Inline, side by side, it will display side by side. Inline block, within the block, how much it takes the full block size and display it. So block. So same, right? Entire page, it will display one by one, and it occupies the entire block. So that is the display properties. In that we have different values are there. We'll discuss one by one. Display an element as an inline element. Any height and width properties will have no effect. This is default. So it will display the elements values one by side by side. Block displays an element as a block element. It occupies the full block and displayed. So it is same like span tag. It starts with p tag. Display the line in new. It starts in new line. Flex displays an element as a block level flex content. So whatever content is there, it starts from the border and display the text. Next, inline block displays an element as an inline level block container. The element itself is formatted as an inline element, but you can apply height and width values. Inline flex displays an element as an inline level flex container. Inherit. If these properties inherit the parent properties to your child property. So you'll see discuss the simple example and which already have discussed different properties, right? Text property, font properties, border property, background image properties, display properties, list properties. We'll discuss simple example. Open the VS Code. Already we started a previous example. So already we discussed text properties. Now we discuss the font properties. So create one more right div section, right? So here we taken the H3 for example. We taken this ID is font, given the font 1. So for this we are applying the properties, right? So types of CSS, right? Simple example, inline, right? Writing here inline, internal, external. Give a simple text. So for this, we are applying the different font properties, right? Just say the file. Take this ID, right? Right here dot t1. So if it is ID means you start with P. So font one, right? For this we are writing the properties. So here giving font family. First we giving font family. So you can, based on your requirement, you can use. I'm using sans serif, and you can change the font right size also. Font size, right? Font size. We are giving 25 pixels or 40 pixels, for example, 40 pixels. Right? And font variant, you can specify it. Font, right? Font variant. So we can specify small caps, right? Font variants, small caps. Right. So just save the file up to here and do refresh. So these are types of CSS. It's taking the text is normal text is we given the 40 pixel size and sans serif, and variant is small caps. See here, small caps. So font size, font family, font variant, and you can also change this font style to italic, italic, italic. Just save the. Now you do refresh, so it changed to right. So that like that, you can use the font properties, right? Next we have list elements, right? List tags. So we are taking, for example, we are creating the navigation bar by using list tags and CSS properties. We'll try simple example, navigation bar, right? Nav bar. Now ID is equal to nav bar. So here using UL element, right? In that we are using OL, sorry, LI. We are taking here about us, right? Home page, right? Next we are taking one more element is list element is home about us, right? And here about us, and we are taking here right contact us, one more element, right? Contact us, and one more we can take number of departments, right? Right. Just save the file. So here we end with navbar now. So this name we given, ID is in name. So open this file, reduce it, right? So here we're getting UL, unordered list of items we are displaying. So that for this we are going to create nav, right? So first of all, right, take this CSS internal style sheet. So nav what? Right. Just save the file. So it looks like this, right? I'm changing to inline. So first of all, take the internal style sheet, and give here navbar element. We give an ID, so we have to start with navbar. We are telling open the curly braces. So we giving the background color. So background color property, we are giving some black color or light blue, right? Light blue we are giving. Save this file. And one more is we taken navbar. Okay. Dot navbar. For a UL tag we are applying UL tag. So unordered list, we are not displaying any item. So we are giving list style type none. Okay. So as well as we are displaying the list of items side by side. Then you have to use var ul li. So how to display means they have to display in inline. Just save the file. So up to now, right? What you done? Save the style tag, right? Head section, body section, right? Okay. So if it is ID, right, then you have to start with hash, right? So if it is class, you have to start with dot. Now save the file, right? Publish. Yeah. See here, it's in the background, right? So if it is given inline and you have to display some padding for that, padding, right? Some 5 pixels you want to give or 10 pixels of each item, right? Just save the file, right? We can give it. So like this, we can give it, create the navigation bar. So as well as you can give the link for each item. See here, we are creating the link. So for each item, a tag, href is equal to, right, hash. That will be in the same page, right? Okay, close this anchor tag, right? Anchor tag. So like this, we can create and we can write the some, right, properties for anchor tag, right? A tag. Save the file, right? Now you will finish. Right? It is highlighted. Suppose no need of displaying some color. Next, then specify type, right? List style. So text decoration, no. Save the file and do refresh, right? So it will not decoration. So it will go highlight it. Highlight. That's all. Right. You'll see a simple example, right? Right. See here, right? So like this, we can give highlight it, right? So these are the border properties, and these are the right decoration properties. You'll see the code and discuss. See here, these are text properties. All we apply. Uppercase we are displaying for text one. So we take in the text one and right. For this text we apply this properties on paragraph, right? Text one. So text properties apply, and here list properties, list type position outside we displaying. Suppose you want to add this image, background image, right? For your web page, want to add this background image, then you have to go for here, right? Suppose background, right? Yeah, take the body element, body. For this, we are giving the background uh, color, some black, for example. Just say the file, right? Do refresh. Background color, right? Okay, already we given here background color, right? Suppose we need to Suppose we want to add the different colors. We can add, right? So background image you want to add for your body section. Image, right? Background image, right? URL of that you have specified, right? For example, IARE 1.png. Just say the file. Yeah, you can add the image. So we want to add the background color, we can add the background color. So that also. Now we want to repeat this image background, right? Background image. Want to repeat? You can repeat. Otherwise, you can specify no repeat. X-axis or Y-axis. Okay. So just refresh. So it will not repeat. Background repeat. Just save the file and do refresh. It will not repeat. It will display in center. So as well as you want to position it right side or top corner. Background position top. Okay, or right. Save the file and do refresh. So at right side it will specify. So that about background. As well as you want to add the images for list, we can add it. Suppose you no need of any image list, then you can specify the none. This type is none. So like this we can add so text properties, font properties, list properties. Next we discuss display properties, background image properties, right? So all these properties we can use. It's simple example. So as well as border properties. So if you want to you give the font border for text, some border for the text, then we simply use here. For example, we have paragraph is there, p tag, p, hello world, for example, hello world. Just save the file, p, border, right, border color, okay, 2 pixels, width, and solid, and red color. Okay, save the file. See here, for example, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering is there. So we can specify here, right, border, 2 pixels, solid, red color. Padding 20 pixels with the text align center. So simply we'll get the output like this. So that is a border properties, right? So background we can specify no repeat, attachment fixed. Fixed means along with the text it will move, right? So it will fix it in web page. It is fixed. It will not move along with text. If you given here scroll, right? Scroll, it will move along with the text. So that is a different, right? So that's about text properties, font properties, list properties, border properties, background image properties, and display. Coming to conclusion, CSS properties are essential for styling, position, and making web pages responsive and interactive. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.